Today we are going to be making transformation earrings. If you have any old bangle bracelets that are either tarnished or too big in my case, you can use them to make some earrings. You're going to need some supplies: scissors of 3 different sizes, jewelry pliers, they do 2 different things. You're going to need your earring posts. This is how you're going to make the hoop earring. You're going to need material of your choice. If you have old clothing, you can actually use that as well to make some earrings. I'm going to be using this black material with splashes of paint. You're going to need a pencil. You'll need cardboard, something thin, not too thick. You're also going to need a hot glue gun. You're going to take your first bangle, place it on the cardboard, and trace it on the outer rim of it. You're doing this so when you get ready to cut it and glue it, it will lay on top of the bangle. So we're making a pair of earrings, so we'll need 2 circles. Once you have your circles traced, you want to take your smaller scissor and begin to cut it out. You'll need to cut halfway around one side, and then you can cut halfway along the other side. This will help you to cut a perfect circle. You have one out. Now you'll do your second one. Can be a little tough to cut cardboard, but that's why you want to have a thinner piece and nothing that's really thick. And this is also lightweight, so the earrings will not be heavy at all. Once you have both pieces cut out, you want to go ahead and get your hot glue gun. And also make sure your circle is circular. So you may have to cut an extra piece off, but that's okay. And I'm just going to use the cardboard as my basis as I'm putting the glue around the ring of the bangle. This way it won't get on the towel and get very sticky, but it'll be on top of the cardboard. And you just go around the full circle. Once you have that done, you take your first piece of cardboard and you go ahead and stick it on top of it. The good thing about the hot glue gun is that it pretty much dries instantly. That's why I prefer to use it than a liquid glue. Now you do your second earring. Remember, you're taking the glue gun and you're going around the full perimeter of the bangle. Put your second piece of cardboard up. And then if there's any extra glue around the outside, you can just, once it starts to dry, you can pull it right off. That's the other good thing about the hot glue gun. And be careful, it can be hot, but it won't really like burn you. You'll feel the heat of it. I've burned myself a few times. Now, perfect. We're gonna let those dry a little bit. Now we're gonna get our material and position it there. And what I was looking to do here is see how much material I'm actually going to need to use. And make sure the cardboard is face down when you begin to glue. So the goal is to have it nice and sturdy around the bangle. And in the back, I wanted a layered look of the material. And then you would take your hook, and that's pretty much what the final look would look like. So we're going to need to get this material cut. And that's what you can use your larger scissor for. So now you're going to lay it out. And I'm just pinching it together to see if maybe I can cut a little more off. But I won't cut too much more off right now. Just playing around with it. All right, so now I have that piece, and what I did, I went ahead and cut a second piece. So you're looking at one finished earring. The hook is done, the back is done. So I'm gonna get ready to show you how I did that. So you take your material, take your base. Remember, you're putting the cardboard face down. And now what we're gonna do is along the bangle, we're gonna glue it piece by piece and then pull our material in. So you hold the bangle on the base on one side, pull the material in. You don't want to smush it with your finger because you don't want the glue to come through the material. So in this case, less is more. You don't need a lot, like globs of glue. So I'm just going around the whole perimeter on the inside, pulling it in. And we're going to do that until we get around the whole perimeter of the earring. As you see, a little bit of glue, and then you pull again. And you may need to just tap it, which is fine, but you don't want to press in on it. As you see, as I'm pulling it in, it's making nice little creases for the back of the earring. That's going to give it a nice little design on the back. And you just keep going until you are almost done. Okay, we're looking good. We just have a little more to do. So now, once you finish gluing the perimeter, you're going to be folding down the material, and you're going to add a piece of glue on each fold that you do. That's going to help it to lay flat. Not too much, just a little dot, and you just keep working your way around the circle. And as you do that, you'll begin to see also if there's more material that can be cut off. So I'm snipping a little piece off there. Just a little more. And then you're going to continue to glue a little more material. And it's your preference. If you need to take more off than what I took off, you can definitely do that. It'll also depend on the type of material that you're using. If your material is pretty thin, you won't have to probably cut off as much. This material had a little thickness to it. So as I was folding it down, I didn't want it to be too poofy on the back of the earring. And I'm still just gluing down the creases. And I found some more material that can come off, which is perfectly fine. I'm gluing it down. And hopefully you can see how the pattern was created on the back of the earring. And see, there was still a little space. I'm going to add a little more glue. And it's glued down. And just make sure all of your points are secure because you don't want it to start to come apart on you. And I'm just pulling loose a little extra glue gun strings. So now to cover up where you've been making your foldings, I have a little earring, a flat piece of jewelry there, and I'm just cutting a little circular. If you have a nickel, you can use that. If you have a dime, it doesn't have to be anything too large, but something that'll allow you to cut a perfect circle. Once that's cut, you see I'm trying to even it out. And I'm going to lay that right on top of where the folds were left open. And make a circular glue dot. Place it down. Remember, you don't want to mush it down because the glue can seep through it. You just want to tap it a little. And then where the edges are open, I'm just adding a few more dots of glue there just to secure it. And once again, these earrings are super light. I tried them on. You can't even feel that you have them on at all. You know, sometimes when you wear larger earrings, they get heavy. So now we're going to use our jewelry plier to open up the hoop at the top of the post that we're going to be using. And I decided not to use the extra circular piece. I'm just going to find a side of the material that puckered a little, and it's sharp enough where it will go through. As you see, I got it through. Then I'm going to take the pliers to bend that piece back in. And voila, we have a pair of earrings. Look at that. I love the splashes of paint because it gives you a unique look. It also gives you the ability to match it with anything. And they hang nicely as well. So be sure to comment if you have any questions, like the video. Thank you so much for watching.